Okay, so in part 4, you are going to do a bar graph and a histogram. Now, when you look at bar charts and you look at histograms, they're very similar, but there are some differences between them. A bar chart is used to compare, normally it is total count, frequency, stuff like that, sums, averages, okay, and different categories. And they can also be horizontal and vertical, and it's also known as a column chart. Okay. Whereas a histogram, the main thing that makes a histogram different, because there's still going to be bars, but we're just talking about the frequency. And basically, it would be considered the range of values. Okay, and so when you see these bars in a histogram, they're kind of known as bins or classes because it represents like maybe everything from 10 to 20 and 20 to 30 and 30 to 40 if you're talking about age or something. And so you can have a range of values. 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds, that would be more of a bar chart because it doesn't have that range. And so when we think about which graphs would display the data best, it's really between the histogram and bar chart, it's just depending on what you're looking for. And so right now with our data that we have and the ages that we have like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We don't have a big range of data. It'd probably be better to have a bar chart for our age. Now, if we surveyed the town of Pequot Lakes, we would probably maybe do a histogram and say all the kids in their teens, all the kids in their people in their 20s, all the people in their 30s, and so on. Your grade, it's kind of the same thing because we only have so many categories. We would just do a bar chart. Gender is definitely bar chart. There's only 2 categories. We're not going to do a range of that. Now, for height, you could do a bar chart if you wanted, but it's better to probably do a histogram. Because you would say, okay, everybody from 60 inches to 62 inches. And then you would make your bar for that one. Everybody from 63 inches to 65 inches. And you'd make your bar for that one. Okay, shoe size, very similar. Now we have a very small amount of data. So we could do shoe size as a histogram, or we could do it as a bar chart, just depending on how much data you have. Favorite number should definitely be a histogram because you have a lot of different categories. You have all numbers 0 through 100, and so you need to make sure that you do those. Birth months, we could split it up in ranges, values of maybe being like season, like so spring, summer, winter, we could do ranges that way. With the amount that we have, we would probably do a bar chart. So bar charts are nice. When you get into something that has a lot of values or you surveyed a lot of people, then you would have to have a little bit more. And so you would be using a histogram. So this is kind of the difference. Your bar chart will have down here. Okay, so there's no ranges or anything like that. And so when you guys do your bar chart for your grade, you would have your 9th, your 10th, your 11th, your 12th graders, and then you would have an evenly numbered, and you would write how many of those kids you had. That would be the height of your bar. For your histogram, number of ranges, it says 0 to 10. Okay, and then it would say 20. Then it says 30, and that says 40. And so if somebody picks the favorite number of 10, put it in the box before it. Okay, so this range would be 11 through 20. This range would be 21 through 30. This range would be 31 through 40, and so on up the graph.